Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Junk Dragon Creations. My name's Barbara. I haven't been on here for a very long time and I decided that I'm just going to jump back in with doing a thrift haul. These are things that I've collected over about the last 3 months. I just got back off vacation. We went to Florida and South Carolina and I stopped at one big thrift store on the way, and the rest of this is from local thrift stores. So I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start with the books first. If you're a beginning junk journalist and you're not sure where you can get books, the thrift stores are a great place. You can always go to the library too, and on their book sales, because they have super cheap books. So this one is, I got it for the pictures, and make sure I'm in frame. A lot of gardening books have just really awesome pictures that you can use for backgrounds, and some of them will actually have some drawings in them, but not this one. This one is all real pictures, but it's the whole page, and this would be an excellent, you can make an envelope out of it, or you could use it as a background. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. So, and I paid $4 for this. My local, this is from the one that I got from, I believe I was in Florida when we stopped at the thrift store. This one, my local thrift stores don't seem to be having very many of these types of books that I've been able to find. So you might be able to find some in yours, but $4 is really a little bit more than I would want to pay for it. But since I'm having trouble finding these type of books, I went ahead and got it. And then I found these, and I've been looking for these for a while because I live in Texas, and I've been wanting to do a cowboy themed journal. And I looked online for these about a year ago, and they were just ridiculous prices. And so we have a new thrift store that opened up here, and I went in and I found these. So the price on these is $1.99. They also had a couple that were, let's see, $3.99. And I'm not sure why the price difference is, unless it's because these, and let me find one, have got the library stamp on them and the library cover. I haven't tried to take this cover off, but since I'm probably going to gut these books anyway, I'm not too worried about it. But these are kind of hard to find too in thrift stores. They were really popular when I was a teenager, and they have really nice drawings and pictures and all kinds of things that you can use in a cowboy themed journal. I got, let's see, this one is the Cowboys. I got the Scouts and the Gunfighters, the Trailblazers, and the Texans, of course. And last but not least is the Railroaders. And I also have a railroad themed journal planned. So, as you can see, all kinds of really cool pictures and advertisements, line drawings, maps, just about anything you can imagine is in these kinds of books. And I'm not sure how many is in the total set that was put out. Let me see if I can see what year these were put out. These are Time Life books, and I think you have to have like a subscription for them to get them. And let's see here. I am not seeing, okay, 1975. So these books are pretty old. They would have come out when I was in high school, and I think my family had some of them, but who knows what happened to them over all these years. So I was really glad to find these, and I didn't mind paying the price for them. So this was also at the Florida thrift stop. And let me see, I don't know which way's up on this. Okay, so these are color ink transparencies. And basically, it's just sheets of acetate. And you can print on these because these are made for inkjet printers. So you can print all kinds of things on here, flowers, anatomical stuff, if you're into the kind of the spooky stuff. This, I paid $1.99 for it. Oop, there you go, $1.99. It's a really good price. Nobody uses these anymore for anything that I'm aware of. You can still buy them online, but they're pretty expensive. They're like 20 bucks for a box. So for $1.99, I really was glad to find that. And then I also found this, which is to make your own paper. And it's just the mold. It's just basically a frame with netting in it, screen, I guess you would call it, a screen in it. And I'm not going to get into how to make paper, but you just put your water paper mixture in here, let it dry, and you've got homemade paper. I've done it before with some homemade supplies, and they turned out all right, but my homemaking skills was not that good, my DIY, and I gave up on it. But I found this for $5, and I've looked on Temu and other places, and you're not going to get it any cheaper, so I went ahead and got it. I'll try again this summer. So the rest of this, what I'm going to show you, is in no particular order. Like I said, it's been over like 3 months, just grabbing stuff here and there at thrift stores. I go to the thrift store about once a week, to my husband's horror, because he doesn't like all the stuff I bring home. But that's neither here nor there. So I have not opened any of these. They're all in bags. A lot of the thrift stores around here will bag up stuff, and put a price on it. And if you can see, this label is green, and on the day I bought it, green was 50% off. So this was $1.50 basically. I may not use everything that's in the bags, but if you've ever bought index cards, even at Dollar Tree, they're $1.25. So I've already pretty much made my money back right there. I use a lot of index cards. And then here's just a little journal. And let's see, does it say what year it is? 1993. But none of them have the dates on there, so you could reuse this in a journal of your own making. And so stuff like this is really good to just find and keep on hand for when you need scrap paper or small pieces of paper to put in your journals. And then of course a clipboard. You can always use a clipboard. So some of this stuff I got just for one item that was in the bag, and some of it I really wanted everything that's in there. So like I said, if you're just starting out junk journaling and you're not sure where to get stuff and you don't want to spend a lot of money, check out your thrift stores before you go buy new stuff. One of the things that you're going to use a lot of in junk journaling is thread. And embroidery thread is really good for that. And so I saw this tip on another video that I watched, and I cannot remember who I was watching at the time. I watch a lot of videos. So this is a good source for thread. And if you can get this open, you see what kind of thread is in here. And you can also use the actual material that's in here if you don't want to do the actual embroidery or punch rug or whatever it is you're buying that has the stuff in it. So you see you've got all of this cross stitch thread that's already separated out for you, and all the different colors. And I really lucked out on this one because these are all the colors that I like to use in my journals. And there's a big skein of, it looks to be navy. And then of course you've got this, and you've got it printed on one side and not printed on the other side, and you can get 2 needles. So you could use this as a journal cover and then decorate it on the outside, and this of course would be on the inside. Or if you wanted to, you could go ahead and use it like this. Just trim off this part right here. And it's a really cool looking journal cover. And let me see how much I paid for this. I paid $3.99 for this whole bundle, and there's 3 of these kits in there. So I am not going to open all 3 of them, but you can see all 3 of them have never been opened. So all the thread is in there, and it looks like they might be, no, yeah, they're all different. So actually 2 of them are the same, and 1 of them is different. So you're going to get different thread. And now you've got thread for a couple of bucks. You can use this for sewing in your signatures. You can use it for decorating, making dangles. You can use it for all kinds of things. Okay. Next up is one more. And this is a latch hook rug set. And I paid $2.99 for it. And I can't tell if these have been opened or not. These look to be pretty old designs. If there's a date on it, I don't know. I don't see a date on it, but it's got all the material. It's never been, nobody tried to sew it or latch hook it in and use it, so it's perfectly fine to use for anything else. It's really a heavy, thick, almost a burlap like fabric. And there was no thread with that one. Let's see if this other one has a thread. Let me see if it'll be a little bit more in frame. So, yep, none of these have the thread with them, but that's fine. This material is really good for making covers and using to reinforce your spines. You can use it for all kinds of things. So that's those 3. That one I'm not going to open because it doesn't have any thread in it. This one does, and this may have the thread for all of them. It's hard to tell. Woo! Okay, so this is all the thread. It's kind of almost a silky like thread. It's not really straight up cotton thread like you would sew on a sewing machine with, and it's not really embroidery thread. I'm not sure what kind of thread it is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of thread, and then this is just one big piece of material, and it's a zodiac, looks like, with a unicorn in the middle. So, you know, that would be really cool to actually embroidery, but I do not do embroidery. My daughter does. So I may end up giving this one to my daughter and letting her do it. She does this. I don't have the patience, and I don't have the finger dexterity to do that kind of stuff. So that was all that. And this one comes with the actual details of what colors to use and where. So yeah, I think I may give that to my daughter. So that's that. So not a lot of people use photo albums anymore, and you usually can find a lot of photo album refills and photo albums with unused pages in them, and I like to try to get some of those. And I got this. This was $2.99. This is the kind with the cloth hinge. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with them, but I collect them when they're cheap like this. I'm not going to open the package, but I got several different kinds. And like I said, I've been collecting these. I have a whole box full of them. This was another one. It was $2.99. This has a different kind. This has the cardboard hinges on it. So I'll try to use these in something and make another video about how I used them. So there's that. So I like to find these. These are just wire racks. I think these should have had some kind of stand that goes with them, but I did not see the stand. And again, it's $2.99. And I like to use these for when I coffee dye paper, and well, this may have a stand. Coffee dye paper, and I use them, and if you dry your paper on them, they will pick up the ridges, and it makes it look like lined paper, and I really like that. And these are all connected together somehow, so I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it was $2.99, I think. And I think this one was also a green one that was half price. So yeah, I look for these kind of things. Anything that you can use on coffee dyeing paper to put texture on your paper or patterns on your paper is really cool. And you can usually find these in the toy section. This was kind of my favorite thrift store where I buy most of my stuff. The toy section is right next to the office supply section, so it was just, I saw them out of the corner of my eye and I ran and grabbed them before somebody else got them. So I like to find things like that. And here is another set of 8 pocket refill sheets for stamp collecting. And you can see that $5 was the original price. I paid $1.99, and these look like they might have been from the post office. Oh, these are, yes, these are from the post office selling these. So it's just 1 to a package, I think. No. Okay, so there's 5 of these. They're very thin and flimsy, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. But for $1.99, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets of them. So 7 times 5 is 35. So I got 35 sheets. So I can afford to play around with them and see what I can make out of them. Always be on the lookout for cardstock. A lot of people, and if you've ever done scrapbooking or you're currently doing junk journaling or altered books or whatever, you know, sometimes you buy a paper pad just for a couple of the patterns, and then you've got all this paper left over that you don't know what to do with, and a lot of it ends up in thrift stores. And so I always try to find it. And this is the Paper Studio, which I think is Michael's brand, if I'm not mistaken. And this looks like to be almost a full pad. So they either bought it and didn't like the patterns, or it was in somebody's estate and they just decided to donate it. But yeah, I paid $2.99 for it. These generally go for anywhere. If you get them on sale at Michael's, they're usually around $10, but most of the time they go for $20. So it's a pretty good deal. But I mean, it's not like I needed any more paper because I have way more cardstock than I can ever use, but I just can't pass it up. If you know, you know. If you're a crafter, you know. So I got this book at the same place that I got the cowboy books. And at first I wasn't sure what it was, and I opened it up and I looked at the first couple of pages and I thought, oh, this is not what I want. I don't need this. But then I started getting into the pages, and these are awesome. And it's basically for graphic designers, but there's some really awesome words and symbols in here and illustrations. But what really sold me on buying this was at the back. These are cardstock. I don't really know what you would call them. They pop out, and they are, see if I can pop one out. They make awesome pockets. They have something on the back. This one in particular says Alchemist, which is basically my aesthetic. I love this kind of stuff. So there is all of these pages of these. They all pop out. There's all different kind of illustrations. So this, yeah, once I saw these, I said yes. Now, the price of it, it was not on sale. It was not a half price one. It was $5.99, so $6. Am I going to get $6 worth of use out of this? Probably, because I will take this, the cover, and make a different journal out of it and use these for other things. And, you know, I can use these for a lot of different journals, so I will get my $6 out of it. you have to kind of look at the prices on a lot of the things at thrift stores, because the people who are putting the prices on these, I think they're not really sure who's going to buy it or why somebody would buy it. And so some things they'll put cheap and some things they'll put ridiculous prices on. So if that had been anything more than $6, I probably would not have bought it. So here's another one. I paid $1.99. This is from a new thrift store we have here. It just opened up on May 18th. And I don't know if the prices are so cheap just because they're opening, or if they're gonna raise them later. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I spent a lot of money in there getting all the things that I wanted, because I'm not sure if A, if it's gonna be there the next time I go in there, and B, if they're gonna jack the prices up. So it's a cash only store. So when I first went in, I had to leave and go get cash and come back. And I'm so glad I did, because I got a lot of good bargains. But for $1.99, I got photo paper glossy, inkjet t-shirt transfers, dark shirt transfers, some more inkjet transfers, memory book refills, 2 packages of those. So more than my $2 worth. These are $15 to $20 a package if you buy them. I don't know that I will use them for t-shirt transfers, but they're good to have. And then I found this, never been opened, business cards, $2.99. You say, well, what are you going to use business cards for? My aesthetic when I'm making junk journals is vintage, and a lot of what we use is labels, vintage labels. And you can buy digital kits and print them out. You can make your own. You can do all kinds of things with them. But a lot of them are about the size of a business card. Or you can print 2 to a business card and cut them in 2. So for $3, I've got 1,000 cards and a little bit of ink, because I have tons of digitals. And I can print it out. It's business cards, heavy cardstock. So, yeah, this was a really good deal. When I saw this, I snatched it up. Then, this, I'm trying to decide if it's a good deal or not. I have not opened it yet. This was $3.99. There's supposed to be 50 in here. I doubt there's 50. It doesn't feel like 50. I buy, at my favorite store, somebody donates these a lot. This was from the new thrift store that just opened, so I don't know if they'll be getting more of them, but I buy these every time I see them, because they're usually $2 to $3 at my favorite store. And this was a little bit more expensive, but it looks like a different brand than I usually get. And I'm trying to figure out how to open this up. And I'm out on my patio, and it's really hot out here. This I just come back from South Carolina, and the weather was rainy, but really nice there, really low temps. And now I come back to Texas to 100 degrees and rain and humidity. And where is the thing to open this? So I have been following Seven Plaza. I don't know if you, her name is Margaret, and she's in the Netherlands, and she makes a lot of things with these green file folders. And these are the same ones that I have, but you can never have too many file folders. And the reason I say that is because I make a lot of mistakes when I'm cutting stuff, and so it's nice to have extra, so in case you do screw something up, you're not out of your materials too much. Like I said, I don't think there's 50, but there's a lot in here. I'm not going to count them. $3.99. Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. My regular store is usually cheaper, but get them when you can. And then I found this, and I do not need another paper cutter. I have so many paper cutters, but it was just too cute to pass up. It's a small one, and I really hope the blade is in there. it's nice to have just a small paper cutter on your desk for cutting a small piece of paper. You don't have to drag your big one out. Or I can't cut a straight line with a pair of scissors to save my life. So I'm gonna get all this tape off. No. So it's nice to have something where I can maybe cut a straight line. Even using a paper cutter, I usually mess it up. I cannot draw a straight line. I cannot cut a straight line. Yeah. So, and I am not, so much tape. I need a box cutter is what I need, but I forgot to put it on my desk. Okay. So yeah, it does have a blade on it. How sharp it is, who knows? I don't know, do I have a piece of paper? Let's just get a piece of paper and see if I can cut something with it. If I can get all the tape off. Well, tape. Me and tape don't get along. The job I do, I deal with tape all day, and it's just like, I hate it. Nope. Not cutting. It might be because there's tape on there. Anyway, I'll play with it later. And I probably was not in frame when I was doing that. I forgot to look to see. Okay, so what else do we have? I have two big boxes here. Like I said, I have been gathering this stuff up for a couple of months. I almost didn't make this video because I thought, there's tons of videos out there saying basically the same thing I am. This was $1.99. And it's just, this is a pill bottle, pill minder thing, but I got it for these. These are not cheap. If you buy them online, even if you buy them at the Dollar Tree, they're $1.25. So there's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for $1.99. I call that a bargain. What am I going to do with them? Who knows? I have tons of beads. I have tons of little findings. You can use them for paint palettes. Put a little paint in there, and then you get called away. You can just pop the lid on it and not worry about it drying out. So I will find a use for it. Plus my husband, he always needs something to put screws and nails and things like that in. So there's that. Here's another paper pack. I paid $1.99 for it. And this looks like 250 packs of gloss picture paper. These are really good for using alcohol inks on to make some backgrounds and things like that. I haven't done that yet, but I've seen tons of videos doing it. It seems like a fairly easy process. We have laser index cards and self-adhesive labels, the big ones. It's kind of hard to find these big ones sometimes if you're trying to just buy them online. It seems like everybody has the small ones, or if you do find them, they're terribly expensive. But yeah, you can see the size. There's the size, the actual size. So these will be great for making your own stickers, kind of like washi tape stickers. I buy a lot of digitals, and I have a Canon EcoTank printer, so printing things out is fairly inexpensive as far as it goes. I mean, nothing's inexpensive anymore. Let me see what these look like. Oh yeah, so this is just regular cardstock. Well, not really cardstock. Heavy paper cards, and you got the little scars on here. So these are perfect to make labels from. So yeah, just check out your thrift stores before you go and buy a bunch of stuff at the store. I know if you're like me, you see somebody using something and I gotta have it. But then when you go to buy it, you realize, oh, that's really expensive. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that. And you can always usually find alternatives to the things that the big makers are using. A lot of the big makers are on design teams, and they get some of their stuff free, and they're trying to get you to buy their stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. I say that's a great way to make a living. I wish I could do that. But if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. So look for alternatives. Go to the thrift store. There's lots of groups on Facebook that swap things and sell stuff for cheap. So this is actually a little kit to make a journal, and it's got the holes in it, and you get your binder part, and it's already got the holes cut, and it's a good quality thick paper. And you've got you've got the front cover and the back cover already, and all of your pages. And all you have to do, and see, normally if you bought this at whatever store this was sold at, it would be $7.99. So this is extra paper for it, and all of this. This is the Rusty Pickle. I've never heard of Rusty Pickle, and I paid $1.99 for it. So very good deal. It's good for a little quick project if you're feeling creative, but you really just don't want to cut up a bunch of stuff and glue and all this kind of stuff. This is a really quick way to get your creativity out and make something cute. Then this is one of those where I didn't necessarily need everything that was in it, but everything in it will be used. So it was $2.99, and I think on the day I bought this, the blue tags were 50% off. So that's the main reason I got it, because that made it $1.50 and made it cost effective. You can never have too much tape. Never have too much tape. And this is just cheap generic tape. This is Scotch brand. Boop, where you at? Scotch brand. And this looks kind of like maybe a Target brand. I'm not sure. And the main reason I wanted it was for these little stickers. You can stamp on these, do all kinds of things with these. I'm pretty sure $1.50. You would not be able to buy this for $1.50 at the store. And then staples. I actually have a stapler that goes with these staples, so it's a win-win situation. This probably will not be used for altered books or anything like that, but what else do we have here? Always check your linen sections. This was $3.99. This is a huge tablecloth, lace tablecloth. I didn't look to see if it had any stains on it, but even if it did, I'm probably going to coffee dye it and use it in journals. I'm not a big lace person, but for $3.99 in this amount, and you can also cut it into squares and use it to put patterns on your coffee dyed paper. So, yeah, always check your linens. You can also find a lot of thrift stores have material in, some of them are in bags like these things have been, and some of them are just hanging. And you can get some pretty good deals for material. So now we have this one. I paid $1.99. This is from the new store. When I saw all these bags for $1.99, and they just had tons of them, but a lot of them did not have anything in it that I really wanted. But for a different kind of crafter, they were great. Or for kids crafts, yeah, if you're trying to buy kids crafts, you know, they're just probably going to use it once and not ever use it again. So check out your thrift store and see what they got. And you can get it pretty cheap, and if they don't use it, then it's not, you know, a big money problem. So this is just a plain blank journal. So I will probably redo the cover on it. This is Thoughts and Feelings. Yep, just a blank journal. And if you ever bought any of those, you know they're... Dollar Tree has some sometimes. I don't know if these would be a Dollar Tree one, but they can get pretty expensive. A little photo album. This could be... Ooh, there's a picture in there. Please don't show that. Okay. The main reason I picked up this bag, rare earth magnets. You use these for closures. They're great. They're not super expensive, but when you get a bargain, you get a bargain. So, and there's some more. I didn't even see these in there. So these are just regular, these are the thicker ones. so I'm sure I'll find a use for it. And then we have all of these stickers, alphabet stickers, and even if you don't do glittery, you can always paint over these. I don't do glittery that much. And then we have some just generic stickers. Most of them are kid stickers, it looks like. I have 20 grandkids, so yeah, these stickers will go to good use. Yeah, I won't use these in my stuff, but like I said, I have 20 grandkids. The youngest is almost 2, so yeah, lots of stickers. And then this, what is this? Is a scrapbook kit. Oh, this looks so cute. Oh, and there was also a refill tape for a desk dispenser, which I have one, so that will be used. And let's see what's in this little kit. Yeah. So, oh, this is really cute. Some of the many grandkids I have are little girls, and this is really cute. This will probably end up being a Christmas present for somebody. So yeah, really cute. Okay, so there's that. We're almost to the end. There's a couple more. This one was $3.99, and again, this was the half price one, the 50% off at my favorite thrift store. And it looks like it's mostly letter stickers and number stickers, which you can never have too many of. Let's see here, and then this is some pop-out cardboard ones. Yep. And yep, just all kinds of letters. And sticker letters. Oh, okay. Here we go. So, wow, yeah. This is from a place called Ben's. I've never heard of them, so I have no clue where that's at. But, yeah, pretty cool. Some chipboard letters. Okay. Envelopes. You can never have too many envelopes. So, of course, you can make your own from paper, but why do that when you can just buy some for $1.99 and you get cards with them? And again, this $1.99 from this store is, I don't know if these prices are going to stay this cheap, but if they do, I will be there every week looking to see what I can find. I'm a hoarder when it comes to craft supplies. Go through the top, it's already open. Okay, so this is cards. Okay, so these are all cards. And they're all the same, but you could always use the back side, trim the little thing off the bottom here, or you use this for a lot of stuff. Trim the edges off if you want just the plain paper. Oh yeah, I can find lots of things to do with these. And then we have these, and I am in the process of gathering stuff for a botanical journal, flower journal, so these are cool. Yep. And let's see what this is. Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Pokeberries and rose. So these are really cool. I like these. And again, on the back, cut that little part off or decorate over it. And these would be great. You fold them in half and make journaling cards. And then we have the envelopes, the big envelopes. And this is the main reason I bought it, for the envelopes and not the cards. Because you can coffee dye these. You can make all kinds of things out of these. There's tons of videos online making envelope journals. Just look them up and you'll be amazed at what people can do with envelopes. And let's see, we have 2 more to go. This one, it's got paper in the middle, and I couldn't see what kind of paper it was. So this was again $1.99. And let's see what we got in here. We got glue sticks. This is generic glue sticks. I wouldn't recommend using these kind for anything that you want to stay glued down for a long time. They're good for just odd and end stuff, but yeah, get you some good glue sticks if you're going to use glue sticks in your projects. A little staple puller, always helpful. Some black paper clips. I like these. And they're the small ones, so these are pretty cool. And purple, my favorite color, and a chip clip. You can never have too many of these. I buy them, they disappear. I don't know what happens to them. And this is Finding Yourself is Not Really How It Works. And, oh, it's just a blank journal. It's cool. I might actually leave this cover on here and use this for my weight loss journal. I think I might do that. But that's a different story for a different time. This is the paper, and it just seems to be plain cream colored, ivory colored, I'm not sure, paper. And where my scissors go? I don't know if this video has been in frame the entire time. If it's not, I apologize, because I haven't tried to film anything in a really, really long time, and I'm doing it on my phone, and it's probably going to be unedited. So, yeah, I thought, you know, I've been debating on myself about whether to make a video or not, and it's like, I can't do tutorial videos because I curse a lot when I craft, and nothing ever goes right the first time I do it, and yeah, so that doesn't seem like an option for me. So this is copy paper. This is not, looks kind of like resume paper. I can't tell if there's a texture on it. It seems like there might be a slight texture. So yeah, this looks like resume paper, and for $1.99, just this was worth it. And this is a brand new clipboard, still with the plastic on it, so you can never have too many clipboards. So we are down to our last one, well, our second to last one, because I've been saving a special one. So this one is another embroidery one, and it was $1.99. And again, I'm buying these not for the embroidery cloth per se, but for the thread. And my daughter does her own designs on hers, so she could probably, if this has a design on it, it does not have the design on it, but somebody did start it, it looks like. They did a really good job, really nice, tight, small stitches. So I will see with her if she wants this before I cut it up for something else, but regardless, there's plenty of thread here, and she can always, she has tons of thread, so she can match her colors however she wants. So yeah, so that was about 3 months worth of thrifting. My advice is, if you have no idea where to start, look around your house to start with and see what you already have before you go shopping. That's the most important thing. And then go to the thrift store and see what you can get as far as basic books, paper, glue, tape, scissors if you don't have scissors. And then just sit down and play, and don't try to make something spectacular the first time you try it, because that's what I did. I watched a video with a very complicated journal, and I thought, oh, I can do that, and then I found out, oh, I can't do that. So yeah, start simple, see if it's even something you'd like to do. Some of it may be too tedious for you. Like I said, I can't cut a straight line to save my life, so yeah, there's that. So I just came back off vacation. The deal was supposed to be with my husband that I could stop at thrift stores along the way, because we were driving. We were driving from Texas to Florida to South Carolina. And he let me stop at one store. And then after that, it was no. So, now, to be honest, we didn't see any more thrift stores. So, but at the one I found, in Florida of all places, I found this. I don't know if you could see what it is. It is Southern and Central California, San Francisco Bay to Ensenada, Mexico chart kit. And it is 71 pages of fully updated charts. So this is what this is. This is the ocean. And I guess tides and all that stuff I have no idea. No idea. But it's cool. I like it. I like this type of things in my journals. So I did pay too much for it, but I've never seen anything like this in a thrift store, and I knew I would never see it again. And it was in Florida, and it's not like I could go back the next day and get it if I changed my mind. So I went ahead and got it. It was $13. Worth it or not, I don't know. I will get plenty of use out of it. I like it. I have the money to buy it, so this was my part of my vacation money. I set money back for thrifting, so yeah, it wasn't a hardship for me. And that is part of the problem when you're thrifting, is you find something that you really, really want, and if you can't afford it, it just breaks your heart, because you know it's not like you can go to Walmart and pick it up. It's a one-of-a-kind thing, and you really want it. So I have passed up some really good things before in the thrift store. I just kicked myself the whole time, because get home, change my mind, go back to get it, and it's already gone. So yeah, that's the problem with thrifting. So yeah, this is really cool. It's super huge pages, so one page out of here could be used in, you could make almost an entire junk journal out of it. You can make photos out of it, all kinds of stuff. So I will be trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to use this for. But yeah, so that's been my thrift haul for about 3 months. Like I said, I go back about once a week and check things out. Sometimes I don't buy anything. Sometimes I buy a lot of stuff. Sometimes my husband wants to divorce me because he sees the stuff I bring home. But, you know, that's the crafter's life. So this is my first video back. I'm going to try to put out videos more regularly. There will not be no tutorials because, like I said, I curse a lot. And I never get it right the first try. And nothing is straight. And I don't sell my stuff. I make stuff for friends and just because I want to make it. And so yeah, I do a lot of digital stuff. I've been following, like I said, Seven Plaza. I've been following Copycat Jill on Copycat Crafts. If you like digitals, and if you don't know if you want to try digitals, I would suggest checking out Jill's channel, and because she films all her stuff in real time. She doesn't edit, and she shows you exactly what she's doing and how her thought process, and she makes it very accessible if you want to do digitals. And you can get some really cute, cheap digitals on Etsy or other places. And if you're really good at graphic design or on the computer, you could create your own. So I would suggest checking her out. Seven Plaza does a lot of beginner stuff. Crafty by Tony does a lot of beginner stuff. If you like grungy, all three of those tend to do grungy, vintage, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll try to link them down below, and we'll see where we go from here as far as me making another video. The last one I made, I think, was 2 years ago. I tend to get really geared up and want to make projects and want to film them, and then life happens and I don't do it. So anyway, thanks for joining me. If you got this far, I would love it if you subscribe, give a thumbs up, make a comment. I'm not on this for making money. I'm not trying to monetize my videos. It would just be nice to know if somebody actually watched the video and enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks a lot, and I will see you next time.